Did you know some drinks in your kitchen quietly raise your cancer risk after 60? As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to what we consume, and unfortunately, there are certain beverages that can do more harm than good. While many of these may seem harmless, or even part of your daily routine, doctors are now speaking up about their hidden dangers. This video dives into 4 specific drinks and food combinations that seniors should seriously reconsider, especially when it comes to long-term cancer risk. These aren't fads or internet rumors. These insights are based on recent findings and expert warnings from medical professionals who have seen the consequences firsthand. But don't worry, we're not here to scare you, we're here to empower you. Knowing what to look out for helps you make small adjustments that protect your health, your energy, and your future. So stay with us through the end of this video because these 4 drink dangers are ones most people overlook. By understanding them now, you might just avoid one of the most common regrets doctors hear from their older patients. Number 1. Artificially sweetened beverages. For decades, artificially sweetened beverages like diet sodas and sugar-free iced teas were heralded as healthier alternatives. They promised all the sweetness without the extra calories and sugar, an attractive notion when you're trying to maintain a balanced diet. But as our bodies age, even subtle differences in what we consume start to matter more. Research has gradually revealed that these drinks may do more than just satisfy our sweet cravings. They can alter the delicate ecosystem within our gut, the microbiome, that plays a vital role in digestion, immunity, and overall well-being. Picture your stomach as a bustling community where trillions of friendly bacteria work together to keep things running smoothly. When these groups are thrown off balance, it can lead to inflammation and even disrupt your body's natural insulin regulation. Consider the story of Mary, a vibrant 72-year-old retiree who enjoyed a daily diet soda during her afternoon reading sessions. Over time, Mary began to notice subtle changes, frequent digestive discomfort, and unexplained fatigue that she initially attributed to the natural aging process. After a gentle conversation with her doctor, Mary learned that the artificial sweeteners in her beloved soda might be affecting her gut bacteria, contributing to inflammation. With a little adjustment, switching to naturally flavored water with a hint of lemon, Mary found herself feeling more energetic and comfortable. While the statistical risk might not be dramatic overnight, the cumulative effect of such changes becomes more significant as we age. It's a reminder, much like the life lessons from the elderly I've come to cherish, that sometimes small changes can have profound impacts on our quality of life. Experts suggest that instead of reaching for a diet soda, opting for herbal teas, naturally flavored water, or drinks lightly sweetened with honey or stevia can be a gentler, healthier alternative. Recall a moment when you tried a new beverage or changed your diet for the better. What impact did that decision have on how you felt each day? How might adjusting your beverage choices now lead to better energy for enjoying time with loved ones? Number 2, alcohol and processed meats together. There's a certain charm in the simple pleasure of enjoying a glass of wine or a cold beer with a meal, especially when that meal includes the savory comfort of processed meats. Think of a crisp deli sandwich or a plate of warm, sizzling bacon. These combinations have been a part of our tradition and social gatherings for as long as many of us can remember. But as age gracefully carries us forward, our bodies may no longer process these combinations as efficiently as they once did. When alcohol and processed meats are consumed together, they can conspire against our health in ways that escalate cancer risks over time. Processed meats are typically laden with nitrates and nitrites, ingredients that preserve the food but, when metabolized, can form harmful compounds called nitrosamines. Alcohol, on its part, interferes with the liver's ability to detoxify these substances, leaving our system more vulnerable to their damaging effects. This unfortunate duet can increase the risk of cancers affecting the colon, esophagus, and stomach. Let's share the story of George, an affable 81-year-old who always looked forward to his Friday night ritual, a combination of grilled sausages and a robust glass of red wine. George's ritual was not just about food, it was about enjoying life, celebrating the end of a long week, and sharing laughter with friends. However, when George began to experience persistent digestive issues, his caring doctor explained the link between his favorite meal combination and potential cancer risks. Taking this to heart, George began modifying his routine. He swapped his processed meats for fresh fish and vegetables and became more mindful of his alcohol intake. He found that these thoughtful adjustments allowed him to continue enjoying his evenings without the worry of long-term harm. These adjustments remind us that moderation and informed choices are key. Embracing these changes with the wisdom of life lessons from the elderly, we learn that it isn't about giving up what we love, but rather making small, impactful modifications that honor our health. Reflect on a cherished meal you shared with friends or family. What made it special? Have you ever adjusted a favorite recipe or habit for health reasons? And how did that make you feel about your legacy of care and community? If you're still here, thank you for sharing this quiet moment with me. If today's message touched something true in your life, just comment number 2 so I know you're here. And if you haven't yet, I'd love for you to subscribe and tap the bell so you won't miss what's next. This channel is a gentle space where experience matters, kindness is shared, and growing older means something. I'm truly grateful you're here. Number 3, sugary soft drinks. For many years, sugary soft drinks have been a common fixture in households, loved for their refreshing taste and the quick jolt of energy they provide. Whether it's a classic cola on a warm day or a vibrant lemon-lime soda that brings back memories of joyful celebrations, these beverages have long been a staple in our routines. But as we age, it's important to understand that the sweet taste may come at an unseen cost. Sugary soft drinks are packed with high amounts of added sugars. Over time, these sugars create a storm within your body by driving chronic inflammation and interfering with insulin sensitivity, a slow but steady buildup that can encourage abnormal cell growth, potentially paving the way for cancer, particularly in areas like the pancreas, colon, and liver. Let's take the example of James, a 76-year-old retired bus driver who loved his habitual lunch accompaniment, a couple of cans of soda that he had enjoyed for decades. James always thought, "It's just soda," as it seemed like nothing more than a small part of his routine. However, after a startling health scare involving his pancreas, his doctor enlightened him with studies that connected sugary drink consumption with an increased risk of cancer. Motivated by a newfound perspective, James made a courageous decision. He replaced his daily soda with herbal teas and water infused with fruits. Over time, he noticed remarkable improvements in his energy levels and overall digestion. James' decision is another beautiful example of adopting the life lessons from the elderly, reminding us that even decades-old habits can be gently reformed for a healthier future. Additionally, there's growing concern about ingredients like caramel coloring found in many sodas. This additive has come under scrutiny for its potential link to cancer, further emphasizing why it's wise to reassess our choices. The acidity in these drinks can also erode the stomach lining, a problem that can become more pronounced as our natural defenses wane with age. Choosing healthier alternatives can be a joyful journey. Simple swaps, opting for naturally infused water with a slice of cucumber, herbal teas that have been cherished by generations, or even lightly sparkling water with a splash of real fruit juice can make a world of difference. This path is one of resilience and renewal, echoing the enduring life lessons from the elderly, as each mindful adjustment supports your journey toward lasting well-being. Think back to a time when you switched to a healthier alternative and discovered a new favorite flavor. What little twist did you add that made you smile every time you took a sip? How can embracing a similar change today enrich your daily routine? Number 4. Scalding hot tea or coffee. Many of us find comfort in a steaming cup of tea or coffee first thing in the morning. There's a ritual to it: the warmth, the aroma, the quiet pause it creates before the day begins. But there's one detail most people never think twice about: the temperature. It turns out that the seemingly harmless habit of sipping your beverage while it's still piping hot could be doing more harm than good, especially to the sensitive tissues in your throat. A leading gastroenterologist once explained that the issue isn't the tea or coffee itself, it's the temperature. Repeated thermal injury to the esophageal lining increases the risk of cancer, especially in older adults. Studies across several countries have confirmed that consuming very hot beverages, typically above 130 to 140 DGF, correlates with a higher incidence of esophageal cancer. When you drink something that hot, you're essentially scalding the insides of your throat. Even if you don't feel the burn, repeated irritation can damage the protective lining and lead to inflammation, cellular changes, and eventually precancerous conditions. This is particularly important for seniors, as our mucosal linings tend to thin and heal more slowly with age. Even minor injuries can take longer to recover from, and repeated exposure to extreme heat can accumulate damage more quickly than in younger people. Henry, a 79-year-old who loved his strong black tea served boiling hot, never imagined that temperature mattered. "I thought it was just part of the experience," he said, but after developing persistent throat discomfort, his physician suggested waiting a few minutes before drinking and even switching to warm rather than hot beverages. Initially, it felt strange to Henry, but he adjusted, and now he actually tastes the flavors more. Not only does waiting a few minutes protect your throat, but it can also enhance the richness of your drink. Flavors open up at slightly cooler temperatures, and the risk of burns and long-term damage drops dramatically. Plus, with modern insulated mugs, your beverage will stay warm for much longer, so you don't have to rush through it just to enjoy it hot. If you're used to drinking tea or coffee the moment it's poured, try letting it sit for about 5 minutes and testing the temperature with a small sip before committing to a full mouthful. If you enjoy hot beverages multiple times a day, make it a habit to cool them slightly first. These small changes might seem insignificant now, but they could make all the difference down the road. If you're still here, thank you for sharing this quiet moment with me. If today's message touched something true in your life, just comment number 4 so I know you're here. And if you haven't yet, I'd love for you to subscribe and tap the bell so you won't miss what's next. This channel is a gentle space where experience matters, kindness is shared, and growing older means something. I'm truly grateful you're here. Final thoughts. Now that we've explored these 4 often overlooked drink habits, let's take a moment to reflect on what they really mean. It isn't just about avoiding soda or letting your tea cool, it's about understanding how our bodies change as we age, and recognizing that even small choices, like what we drink and how we drink it, can have a lasting impact on our health. Many of us have long-standing routines that feel familiar and comforting simply because we've been doing them for years. Yet just because something has always been part of our day doesn't mean it's the best choice for our well-being now. So I invite you to consider which of these habits resonates with you the most. Was it the surprising risks associated with sugary drinks, the hidden dangers of combining alcohol and processed meats, or perhaps the subtle harm caused by scalding hot tea? Think of this as a gentle reminder, not one of guilt, but of caring curiosity about our daily habits. Remember, you have more control than you might realize. With the wisdom that comes from experience, you can make small positive changes. When you learn more about your body and adjust your habits accordingly, you set the stage for a healthier, happier future. Whether it's pouring your drink a little cooler or reaching for a refreshing glass of water instead of soda, Every choice you make adds up over time, potentially extending your life and enhancing the quality of your days. Thank you for spending this time with us today. I'd love to hear from you. Please share one thing you learned and how you plan to make a change in your life. Your thoughts and experiences are very important, and they help build a caring community where we all support one another. If you found this message helpful, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing your support. Your encouragement inspires us to keep creating content that informs, inspires, and truly makes a difference. In closing, I'd like to leave you with a thoughtful proverb. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. May this reminder echo in your heart as you continue making choices that nurture both your health and spirit.